to the first sprint of the writeathon. Oh my god, we have 53 people already. That's like 40 more than I've ever had before. Hello. Would my lovely co-hosts like to introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Crystal. My channel is Crystal's Cluster, where I make a cluster of content ranging from writing journey videos and tags and stuff, and D&D storytime videos, and I also do gameplay let's plays and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, and I'm Violet from the channel Writing Violet. I also have a channel where I do a lot of fun stuff. I write young adult fantasy and rom-coms, and I also run the Nostalgia Train book club where we read young adult and middle grade mega hits of the past and dissect them in a fun, writerly way. On the agenda for this month is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. So if you're interested in reading along or coming and sharing your thoughts, our live show is going to be on Wednesday the 30th.
I'm Danny. My channel is somberhoney. Oh god, I forgot how I do my intros because I'm very tired. I post videos on Fridays and technically don't post videos every other Tuesdays anymore. Sometimes it's a video, sometimes it's a stream, and sometimes it's not even on a Tuesday, but we're working with it.
I love that for you.
And my name is Marta. You're on my channel, and I make art and writing related content every second Wednesday. And I also occasionally stream with these people on screen right now every second Thursday on alternating channels, so make sure you subscribe to all of them, including myself, because most of you probably don't know me. And yeah, shall we say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Go.
Yes, just wave and go through them really quickly, right? Okay, hello. Oh my god, I'm so behind on comments already. It's only been 2 minutes.
Well, all the comments start a half hour before the stream even starts. I mean...
Hey, Binary stole your intro saying hiya.
Yeah. Do you guys want to share what you're working on during the sprint? Also, everyone in the chat, let me know what you're working on.
You're asking for more comments?
Yes.
I am working on outlining my revisions for my current working project, which is a paranormal fantasy where a girl gets swept up in destiny and bad things happen. I'm sure it's fine.
I don't actually know what I'm going to work on for the first sprint. Maybe some planning organization. I don't know if I want to hop right into writing right away.
Valid.
I just decided what I was working on for the write-a-thon 30 minutes ago because I had tier ranked all my stories trying to figure out which one I was going to work on because I've been in a slump, and I got 3 that I was like super into, and I've decided that I want to work on my dragons that don't actually have dragons book because I'm inspired by Katie Ann's brothel Discord, and I wanted to write something that could potentially get spicy because I've never done that before, and so we're going with my adult fantasy option.
Okay.
And I am not working on anything writing related because I am currently on a writing break in March, but I will be working on putting together content in advance so that when I start writing again in April, that's all ready to go. I think I've gone through all the hi comments, so I am gonna read a couple of the what people are doing comments. Wallace will be making a pot of tea and finishing her write-a-thon tracker and maybe starting her hot chocolate story.
I need to do a tracker as well.
Just chocolate story.
It could be hot.
Jacqueline is working on a new adult fantasy novel. Laura will be outlining a personal horror short story this stream. Charlotte is just commenting on Danny's intro. Sam will be taking a nap.
Nice.
Barrett is working on his second cup of coffee and sharing the write-a-thon crew. Skeeg will be cleaning his desk and monitor and then drafting his Prince Caspian retelling. Jess will hopefully everyone is more put together than herself and Sam this morning. CB will be finishing a Camp Nano project and finishing the draft his story is based on. Lisa's not doing much writing, but cleaning. God, this is a lot of comments. I don't think I can read all of them, but I'm gonna... How many is it? Oh my god. Okay, it's fine.
You're fine, Marty, you're fine.
It is fine.
I know that we gotta do like 2/3 of the time of sprints, so I'm trying not
When
to
the
fall
time
behind.
when it starts getting to the time, we'll scream at you. Sprint.
You know Violet is the sprint queen, so.
Heather's writing her author bio. Essie's working on a TV script. Eva's working on a few things, but unsure if her brain is ready yet. Emily will be eating dinner and watching Nightmare Alley. Grape is working on getting stuff organized. Elizabeth is working on continuing her drafting book 1 of a psychological thriller series. Jackson is hoping to get at least 10 pages written. Phoebe's gonna edit a video before she's allowed to write. Grayson is working on an urban fantasy. Siobhan is working on the second half of her fantasy. Marie is doing 10 pages of edits and an additional 200 words of her current chapter. Em is working on 2 half-finished projects this stream. Katie is getting out of bed. Nina's working on her Vienna fantasy book. Jess is planning to have coffee, breakfast, and get today's vlog started. Courtney is doing a werewolf romance. Melanie's working on book 2 of her P&R series. Jasmine is brainstorming ideas for Nano. Kate is diving right into chapter 44 of Free Rides. Esther is working on a Friends to Lovers romance book. Erin is editing contemporary fiction for a short while. Lisa is setting up for the writeathon. A Pigeon is doing a sci-fi mystery set on an island.
Mental issues are great.
CB is finishing the outline for that project. Charlotte has done absolutely nothing all day, but will try to get a bit of work done on her space pirate sci-fi novel before bed. And CD is working on a Marvel fanfic. Oh my god, I actually made it to the end.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
we
was
still
like
have like 2
With
minutes
time
to chat.
spare.
setting the par for the rest of the productivity hosts I see wrapped up.
Speeding.
I like how everyone's in such different stages of writing.
Yeah.
I know, right? Lots of different things. Also, lots of people not writing.
That's very encouraging for me, who does not plan to write 90% of this weekend.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I plan on not writing 100% of this weekend. You know how I set up the sharing the screen thing beforehand?
Yep.
And then
forget?
Streamyard crashed and I had to refresh it.
Oh,
and
no.
I set it up again. But there we go. Do we want to jump straight into the first sprint?
Hell yeah, we do.
Okay, well, happy productivity, everyone. Also, before we do, if anyone hasn't watched this timer before, then I hope you very much enjoy it. I have my 2 comfort dinos that were supposed to make me feel better about going live because I was very scared and they keep keeping me company, and they're also in the sprint video thing. Timer, that's the word.
They're kind of internet famous. They're a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, happy productivity, everyone. So that was the end of the sprint. How did everyone do?
I remember to mute myself, so that's a thing. I outlined one chapter, and granted that it's not changing too much, so it's not a lot. And then I started just reading over a bunch of extra flashcards I put stuff on.
Nice. I finished doing my write-a-thon tracker and my bullet journal, and then I pulled up my revision notebooks and assigned sort of like chapter title nicknames to my chapters, because right now they're just numbered and I keep moving them around and then the numbers change and then I get confused.
I listened to my playlist that I have for this project, which is only 6 songs long, and 2 of them are Florence and the Machine, which, if that doesn't tell you what the vibe is, I don't know what does. And I scrolled through the Pinterest board that I have for it for the first, 15 minutes of the sprint, and then I started going over all of the basic character stuff that I had written eons ago when I first got the idea for this, so I'm kind of just trying to piece things together in a way that I actually like.
Kind of jealous. That sounds so exciting.
It does, doesn't it? I worked on scripting a video, which I will hopefully be recording during the next sprint. We had a lot of time appreciation during that sprint.
As we should.
Yeah, it is like God tier timer.
New idea tier ranking timers.
Rosikai spent this time just brain vomiting a page of meaningless utterings to prepare themselves for writing. Also, Kendra arrived. M's document almost refused to save or acknowledge that it existed, but the dinos were cute enough to make it better. Jacqueline nipped out to the shop to get some bread. 482 words by Christine. Phoebe did a lot of editing, but the video is a long way from finished. Skeek wiped down his entire desk and got organized. That sounds good. Misha moved some of the things they thought they would do today to the graphic designer because they can't seem to finish this publication, so okay. That took me a long time to read.
Sounds a little frustrating there, Misha.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Siobhan got 503 words and finished the scene. Skeek does chapter numbers and titles.
Yeah, they will, but at this point in my rewrite, I'm not going to finalize my chapter titles yet.
I'm not creative enough to come up with chapter titles. We're just having numbers.
I want titles.
If you
but,
ever let
they're
me
gonna suck.
beta read your book, Marta, I'll put in title suggestions for you.
Okay. I mean, you are hopefully gonna get it sometime this year. 329 words by CV. Kate did 112 words and then formatted the word count tracker since they forgot to do that last night. As you start making focaccia, that sounds delicious. I'd like
Share
to
with the class.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Best bread ever.
Eva literally Florence singing in their ears right now.
Good taste. Good taste.
Katie checked her messages and started doing all the wordles. Nina's book is sad, so she cried a bit, but tears of joy this time because for once good stuff happened and wrote 330 words. Aww. That means that you're doing well with writing, though. If it makes you cry, then it'll make your reader cry. All Skeek is hearing is that the vibes are not to it. Heather wrote 3 versions of the bio. Kima did some brainstorming for Camp Nano novel. Erin finished some line edits on 1 chapter, started messing with another. Past midnight now, so off to bed. Good night.
Right.
Courtney got 396 words. Michael likes the idea of chapter nicknaming. Got 130 words and 1 poem finished. Literally the best vibe. Eva just got 2 social posts scheduled during that one.
Nice.
Hi.
Michaela joined. Hello, good morning. Christy just getting it into it a little slowly. I'm at a turning point in the book. That sounds good. Esther got 385 words of a makeup scene. That sounds fun.
Yay.
Elizabeth wrote 720 words. Also, yes, Florence is really all we need. Nikki's trying to become somewhat human.
That's the mood.
CB got some crackers. Devin woke up much earlier than usual and crawled into the chat. Good morning, Devin. Marlon used that sprint to get Scriveness up for the story and set some goals. Abby got 49 words. Jess got breakfast, which honestly the fact that you were streaming earlier without having had breakfast yet is impressive.
Oh, I should probably get breakfast at some point.
Danny!
I woke up at 6 a.m. for this, Marta. Why would I eat at 6 a.m.?
Okay, fair enough. I forgive you because you're here. And thank you for getting up so early. But get breakfast next sprint.
Maybe.
Jackson handwrote 2 pages and got stuck. No clue how to convince the MC to go with a stranger. That's because you shouldn't be going with strangers.
Candy. Cake. If it's a rat, cheese.
It's a rat. Why would it be a rat?
I don't know their MC's life.
Heather might make a video about their progress of how they start writing their author bio. Keep having to send them back. Oh, I'm guessing the graphic design stuff from earlier.
Yeah.
Well, it said I made a pot of tea, got out her chocolates for the short story, and started finalizing her write-a-thon tracker. Charlotte had the daily minor existential crisis, trying to work out what they're doing with their life and continue to do absolutely none of the writing.
Big mood.
I mean, it's only the first sprint in the write-a-thon, you've got time. Katrina watched the open ceremony video. CV has 11 scenes left to outline. Malin also has more chapter numbers than chapter titles, especially since her chapters are short. Far Dreamer got about 50% of a scene. Skeek loves titling his chapters. I wanna see how weird it can get. Some of my faves so far are The Last Homestead North of the Blue Creek and from his sci-fi, and The Once and Future King from his Prince Caspian retelling.
Are you good, Marta? A second.
Got this.
Eva also likes title chapters. CV keeps an ear out is keeping an ear out for delivery. Skeek also likes book where chapters are like the one where I met the girl who stabbed me at lunch, or the one where the villain kills me. Those kind of vibes.
That's fair. That is a vibe.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Does he mean like the one, or does he actually mean those creepy examples he gave?
I mean...
Both. Always both.
Always both. Always.
Laura feels like she is made of stone, analyzing her writing as she lays it down word by word. No emotions, just pure criticism.
Laura, how are you so poetic, even in just like
Yeah, I
your
know.
live chat comments?
Right?
How do you do this?
Or it's just on the next level, that's all.
Yeah.
She is a writer with a capital W.
There should always be a rat as your MC, by the way. Everyone agrees.
I have written a short story where the main character was a mouse, so maybe I spoke too soon before.
People underestimate rats, they're actually clever. Food stream. Rats are very intelligent, but gross. Rick Riordan has the best chapter titles.
I agree.
Oh,
Humans are intelligent and gross too, apparently.
Asa. Oh my gosh. Is this on bingo?
Oh, hello, little Asa.
It's on my board.
Okay, we have exactly 40 seconds before we're supposed to start the next sprint, so I'm guessing I'm gonna ask you my question afterwards.
That's fair.
Or you could ask it and then we have time to think about it.
Okay, well, my question was gonna be, what strategy are you using during the writeathon in order to get all of your goals done? And you can let me know the answer after this sprint. We're using Michael's timer and doing a 30-minute sprint. Good luck, everyone. that was the end of the sprint. How did you guys do?
Well, we all know what I spent 99% of the sprint doing. But Azza appreciates all of the support and all of the myths adding to her legend. She is the cat from the Feywilds, and she is controlling all of us.
Oh, me, I'm next, right? Yeah, I did enjoy also reading the little bit of as a fanfic that Laura graced us with. I also got my first water of the write-a-thon, and I marked it in my tracker, so now I'm like double fisting it, coffee and water. And catch this, I actually wrote some words.
Yay!
Yay!
Very proud of you.
I did not. I was very distracted by various things the entirety of that sprint. I was getting food, and then I was on Tumblr for a little bit. I went in the Discord and was chatting a little bit, and then Whiskey jumped up, and I'm so happy because that was the first time I've ever gotten her on a stream, and so I was distracted by her. And then I finally started looking at all of the stuff that I had again, and then I looked up, and the timer was at 1 minute, and I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, and I had to panic, like mute everything and get my headphones and stuff.
It's also with Michael's timer, you don't actually know how long you have, so it says a minute, but it could be seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last minute is always so stressful on Michael's timers.
I think it was like 20 seconds left when I saw it, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna do some filming, but then my laptop was like, the fans were going really loudly, so I decided maybe that's not a good idea, so I went back to scripting a different video instead.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna go through all of the comments this time because I want to have a little discussion, but Misha took a break, some high word counts, some very low word counts.
It's also okay.
Wallace was vlogging, some more word counts. Kate is just sleeping. Yeah. So what is your strategy to get all of your goals that you have for the writeathon done? And feel free to remind us what your goals are for the writeathon.
My goal is at least to get started on restructuring the actual chapters themselves instead of this outline, because I'm already starting to get over it and I've only outlined to chapter 6. As far as how the hell that's going to happen, I'm going to pray a lot, because that's the only strategy I have, and force myself to work a lot.
Are you planning on mostly going to productive sprints, or are you going to be alternating or anything like that? Like, how are you planning on going through the weekend?
I'm going to go through as many productive sprints I can until my brain falls out, and then I'll probably watch some of the social ones.
Oh yeah, I did that during the sprint too. I hopped over to Barrett's stream, popped a like, said hello. I'm already subscribed to everybody, but if you're not, do that.
Yep.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we're
right
gonna get to hear your strategy as well.
Sorry. My strategy for the write-a-thon is to not be too hard on myself, because I participated in a few of these before and I learned that lesson the hard way. So don't have FOMO, actually sleep. I prepped food ahead of time so I don't have to feel sorry about like not sprinting when I'm cooking and vice versa and all that. And I set a very manageable goal of 2 chapters, and if I only get 1, I'm also happy with that.
My writing goal for this weekend was just to work on a story, because I've been slumping, and so that in itself is a feat. And I guess I've technically already done that, so check that off.
Oh,
but I have many, many other things to do this weekend, because it's my weekend off from work, and when work is happening, I don't have time to do other things. So I have my trusty to-do list, so I can just look at what needs to be done, pick a thing and do it, cross it off and not think about it anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think for me, I'm probably gonna be mostly doing my important work northern streams and then hop on the social sprints as breaks, because I think I found that just work better when there's no timer like telling me when I have to stop. And then I can sort of like alternate a little bit and go to a couple of the social ones, but also trying to keep it like low pressure, like Violet said.
Yeah.
Where did I leave off in the comments? Sheik made himself a desktop background, which is very important work. Midst of revisions for Tavita. CV needs to finish this draft this week because they have a clarinet exam on the 31st. Praying is lovely, it's helped Elizabeth multiple times. Giovanna said that this starts in the middle of the night, so she'll have to miss a few. Misha says, well, my goals mainly focus on surviving until next Saturday. Strategy, one thing at a time, breaking up tasks into small parts, and then finishing part by part. That sounds very smart. Laura has shepherd's pie in the fridge for later. That's right, I've also actually prepared some food in advance, so I don't have to cook.
That's smart. We don't have food in the house right now.
I bought a couple of frozen pizzas and then made leftover burritos in the fridge for hubby for lunch when he gets home.
That sounds nice. I'm so hungry, like this is my usual lunchtime, but I'm delaying
Same.
lunch a little bit to be on stream.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too.
Cage's write-athon strategy is to move around a lot, change your scenery, because she feels like she sits too much in the same spot and gets stir crazy. Yes, I spent most of my time sitting in this chair as well, so moving sounds good. Dosikai forgot to set goals for the weekend, just working on everything. And Davita's goal is to really dive into these revisions. Elizabeth's strategy is to not get caught up in how words are flowing and instead just write what needs to happen, since getting too into editing while drafting can be counterproductive. And Nina's strategy is not to be too hard on herself, but also be hard on herself so she actually gets stuff done. That sounds good.
That's
Find the
valid.
middle ground.
Total mood there.
Esther is aiming to participate in as many streams as they can to finish the book during the weekend. Also, Laura has sparkling cider for later tonight. Oops. Oh no, it jumped.
Oh.
What's the bingo thing?
Oh, I think
That's on my-
Laura also
that's on my
said
board.
that she's vlogging.
Back.
Marlon's strategy is to actually take breaks on lunch and dinner time rather than watch streams non-stop. Yes, important.
Do not knock over my smoothie.
Grayson prepped some meatloaf, so all he has to do is pop it in the oven for later.
I love meatloaf. Good for you.
Laura might spend the stream in the coffee shop later. That sounds so nice. Belle's writing strategy for the writeathon is doing 2 hours of writing, 1 hour of non-writing to prevent burnout. CD usually does meal prep for Nano, however moved yesterday, so went food shopping instead. Yes, get your bingo boards out. Also, strategy, hardly know her.
Mood.
Davida planned their meals but didn't cook them, basically a lot of omelets and sandwiches. I like a good omelet. And Courtney's first ever iteration, no strategy, or maybe just survive. Wow, that's exactly 50 seconds before we have to start the next sprint. Sorry about the background noise.
Killing it, my
Yeah.
friend. Absolutely
I know.
slaying.
I thought you guys would be more talkative.
I mean,
Not enough chaos in
Look
this
at
sprint.
Asa. Oh my gosh.
My boyfriend just spoke off camera for a second.
Yep.
I forgot he was in the room, but he has to go to work now. He works from home. But I literally forgot he was sitting there. He's just like, all right, bye, babe. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, hi.
Stop embarrassing me.
Oh, Azzy, you're too much.
Okay, so, oops, I was not planning on starting that. We are going to start our final sprint of the first stream, but then there's plenty of more sprints going on in other streams, so not the final stream at all. Anyway, good luck everyone. was the end of the sprint. I completely forgot that timer ended with the World Wide Writeathon logo on the screen, so that was appropriate.
That is awesome.
How did everyone do? I see that Crystal already told us what she did in a comment, and I'm just wondering if that's because you were scared that I was gonna go through the comments so quickly that I wouldn't give you time to talk.
Oh, no, not at all. It's because Asda is now screaming.
Oh, Whiskey started screaming during that sprint too.
Yeah, no, she's wandering around the house just going, "Why'd you wake me up?"
No, Whiskey is screaming because she pooped, and she always screams after she poops.
That's adorable, but also... Yes. How did you guys do?
Hey, good. I grabbed more water, and then drank the water, and then my snack showed up.
Nice.
I've done nothing else. That's pretty much it.
I also drank all my water. I need a refill. And I also did some more writing, so getting into the flow.
I finished looking at my character stuff that I had done previously and wanted to like tinker with, and then started looking at resources about creating a magic system, because I think I'm going with a soft magic system for this. I don't think a hard system would work for this story, but I've never really done a soft magic system, and so I'm like worried that I'm going to impose too many rules and things on it and accidentally make a terrible hard magic system. So that's the next step, I guess, is figuring all that stuff out.
That sounds really fun. I'm so excited that at least 2 of you are working on writing. I scripted the rest of that other video. During that sprint. We have 8 minutes, so I can go through a couple of the comments. Obviously, Crystal.
Yep.
Wallace did some brainstorming for her chocolate short story. Also updated Headliner Day journal. Very appropriate timing,
Whiskey,
yes.
please. She just threw the door open, came up to me, and screamed.
That's adorable. Got a couple more word counts. Grayson got a chunk of his story bible done, almost finished. Phoebe's still editing the video. Nikki got dressed, important. Misha briefed the graphic designer. More words. Screaming
It's cats.
what?
Yeah.
No, Asa, you cannot have the chocolate M&Ms.
Can
No.
I have some chocolate M&Ms, Crystal?
I'd like some too, please.
Wait, aren't all M&Ms chocolate M&Ms?
No, this one's got like chocolate brownie batter in the middle.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so weird.
Oh my god.
That's-
And they're
Sounds
dark
amazing.
chocolate. So I can eat lots of them.
Nice.
Leanne's cats also do that. Apparently that's normal. Elizabeth did 647 words. Unfortunately did start having wrist pain. Oh no. Yeah, definitely make sure you're stretching in between sprints if you need
have that on
to,
your
because
board.
it's gonna be a long weekend. It's only the first sprint so far. Davida finished the scene. Kendra scratched out 280 words. Whiskey wants to give you the full update for the sprint.
Valid. Oh, technically.
And
apparently Whiskey is now making friends with
no.
Versatile's cat.
They're conspiring against us.
I love it.
The feline overlords.
Mm-hmm.
And finished the second poem, which sounds really good. Also, I am also allergic to cat CD. But Whiskey's
That
adorable,
sucks.
so I would let Whiskey make me sneeze. I'd take the sacrifice just to pet Whiskey. And Asa.
I was about to say, I'm like, oh.
As you've finished making focaccia, I'm so hungry. Stop making me hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, that was not the right button. Okay. Do we wanna do our little, actually, do we wanna do outros first, or do we wanna tell people to go follow the next link in the Writeathon playlist first? No, let's just do outros first. Well, I haven't planned
Whatever
this
you
far
say,
ahead.
Marta.
We're on your ride.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go diagonally, I think, and say that this is Violet. She runs the Nostalgia Train Book Club, where we're reading Percy Jackson this month. I believe on the 30th, I think.
You know better than I do, Marta.
On the Wednesday 30th, 3 p.m. EST, we're having a live discussion about the book, so you still have plenty of time to read it if you want to. Links to Nostalgia Train Book Club Discord should be below, as well as to Violet's channel, where she posts reading, writing, and travel content, including the most wonderful Vienna travel blog that she uploaded this morning or yesterday. It's wonderful.
Nobody
Go
knows.
watch it and go subscribe to her.
Well, should I also then go diagonally, or should I?
I just choose someone that isn't me.
Okay, then I'll check Crystal. This is Crystal of the channel Crystal's Cluster. She writes paranormal, vampire, very cool vibes stories, and she also does crochet and gaming and other fun stuff. She does gameplay content on her channels on Mondays, and writing streams on Wednesdays. Is that what you're doing now?
Yep.
Yeah,
Killing it.
she's a good time, and cute. One of the cutest AuthorTube cats.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go. That way. Marta is the queen of.
Are you gonna make me outroduce myself?
I was just gonna say that.
Do it.
No, Crystal, go for Danny.
I'm going. I'm
Couldn't do
Danny.
the diagonal.
I am chaos incarnate. She's got wonderful SkiVR videos. Her channel is somberhoney. You gotta go check those out. Occasionally she vlogs, but she's also gonna start streaming soon, possibly, maybe. Her tier ranking of her stories is literally chef kiss on point. I totally loved that live stream. And yeah, gotta go follow her. Very important. Subscribe. It's a thing. Yes.
Thanks. And then above me is our lovely host for this first stream of the Writeathon, Marta. Her channel is just called Marta. Good luck finding it if you do a quick search. She posts writing and art-related content, although she's been away from YouTube for the past couple of months to focus on her book, which she did finish the draft of, so congrats, Marta. She's absolutely amazing and has the cutest little crochet dinosaurs, so check her out.
Thank you, and I'm assuming literally everyone that's here is from, came over from the Writeathon already. But if you're not, the playlist for the Writeathon is linked below, so make sure you check out the next productivity stream, which I'm not sure who's hosting, but it's in half an hour. And also Barrett is streaming right now on the social playlist for another hour, I think, so check out either of those, whichever tickles your fancy, and the Discord and Writeathon channels are also below. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. I should have found this sooner. Okay, there we go. Bye!
Bye.
I won't stop till I wear the crown.